It's snowing. Snow is falling from the clouds and landing on the earth in Texas. It's so pretty. This is literally a miracle. Anyways, hey guys, it's Lyric. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing a what is on my iPhone video. I did this video a long time ago. I think it was a year ago, and you guys really liked it. It's my most viewed video on my channel, so I thought I would make an updated one because I have had this phone for over a year now and I still love it so much, and it has changed a lot. Let's just say it's a lot different. My apps are organized different, I think, and I have more apps. I've deleted some apps. Let's just get into the video, and I'm going to be showing you guys everything that's on my iPhone. So this is my lock screen. I change my wallpaper, my home screen, and my lock screen all the time because I just get bored of it. But right now it's like this cute little picture of a road. I just really like it, and it's 10:10 right now, so that's cool. Then we will swipe up, and this is my home page. I have everything on one page because I like how clean it looks, and I like being able to see the wallpaper. You can obviously tell that my wallpaper is super pretty, and I am obsessed with sunsets. I will never ever get tired of them. They are the prettiest thing ever. So I set that as my home screen. No, I did not take this picture, but it's still my home screen and I love it so much. So you can obviously see I organize all my apps in colors. So red, orange, yellow are together, green, blue, purples, and pinks are together. Then colorful blacks and whites basically is how I have it. And I have the little heart icons for the names of the apps because I just like how minimal it is and how it looks super clean. So let's dive in. So the first bubble that I have YouTube. Yeah. Then I have Fonto, which is what I use to edit my thumbnails. I use it to put the text on my thumbnails and that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure I have a video about how I make my thumbnails, so if you want to watch that, it's kind of far back, but it's basically the same process. Then I have YouTube Tracker, which is tracking how many watch hours I have and how many subscribers, so it's basically telling me when I can get monetized, and it's a little behind. Like it says I have 3,689 watch hours, but I actually have 3,800 something, and I'm so close. By the time this video is up, I probably will be under the monetization thing where YouTube's like reviewing my account. But yeah, that's what I use that app for. Then I have Pinterest, which I love Pinterest so much. This is my Pinterest right here. It's not really loading, so yeah. For some reason my Pinterest boards aren't really loading, but I have so many boards for so many things. I have law of attraction, style, wallpapers, outfits, literally anything. I have a board for it. So this is my Pinterest, and all my socials are always linked in the description if you ever want to follow me on anything that I mention. The next app I have is Gmail, which is pretty obvious. It's for my emails, and I use this all the time. Then I have Photomath, which I haven't used that much, but I used to use it for math because it helps solve problems, but it shows you how they're solved. So whenever I was confused as to how to solve something and couldn't remember, I would use Photomath, which is super duper helpful. Then there's TubeBuddy, which I use to help me find tags for my videos. So I'll put in the title like what's on my iPhone, and then it puts up like whether you should make the video, or like, I think you guys can see it at the top, search volume, competition, overall. Then it has some tag options that you can put in your title or in your tags to help your video get ranked better. Then I have YouTube Studio, which I use to respond to your comments and look at a few analytics when I'm on the go and I don't have my computer with me. Then I have my Apple Calendar, which I'm starting to get into a little bit more and plan out my life a lot more on this. I'm trying to do more digital because it takes less time and I don't have as much time as I used to, especially with school. So I'm trying to plan out my life more on Apple Calendar and using apps. That's everything in my red category. The other app was health, which is kind of irrelevant. I never use that. Then we hop into my yellow and orange section. So I have Snapchat. If you want to follow my Snapchat, it's lyric_walker09. I'm so blessed I did not create a cringy Snapchat when I was like 11 years old. But I like Snapchat, so, and I post some extra little pictures on my story. So you should go check out my Snapchat. I don't think I have that linked in the description, but that's my username. Then I have Headspace, which is like a meditation app, and I use this just to kind of like when I want to do some law of attraction but I want to feel more calm. It's saying that I haven't signed up because my phone like rebooted and everything, and I haven't used it since then, so yeah. Then I have notes, which I use quite a lot, and I have different sections. I have health, Instagram, lists, school, and YouTube. And basically in all those categories I make lists and to-dos and Instagram captions, video ideas, school things I need to get done. Just a lot of different things are in my notes. I use this app all the time. Then I have PicMonkey, which I don't really know why I have that. Same for Over. I used to use overlays, which are like the little doodles and stuff that people can put on their pictures, but I don't do that anymore. Then I have Airbrush. I don't really use that either. Then I have Google Keep, which I was getting into a little bit when I was trying to figure out like how I wanted to make my everyday to-do lists, but I'm gonna stick with reminders instead because I love how it's formatted and everything. Then I have the Teza app, which I got just to kind of play around with and use the dust effects mostly. That's why I have that. Then I have Mojo, which I have not used in a long time, but it makes like animated Instagram stories. I found a really old story, but it makes like these edited and animated Instagram stories, and I think they're super cute. I should use this more often, but I'm putting up an example right now. It's like the Disney thing. I think that's so cool. So that's what that app does, and that's all in my yellow and orange category. Then we're hopping into the green section. So the first app I have is phone, because this is a phone and sometimes I call people. Then I have Starbucks, which is, let's be honest, the most important app on my phone. I love Starbucks. I've been going a lot more and wanting to buy things because I can drive by myself. So Starbucks is my life. I love that app. Then I have Messages. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Then I have Maps, which I have been using a lot more because I have to know exactly where I'm going when I'm driving. Then I have Find My iPhone, helpful, but I've never had to use it. Then I have Snapseed, which is another photo editing app. It has a lot of different things you can do, but I just never use it personally. But yeah, I have that. Then I have Bitmoji, which is for Snapchat. I feel like everyone knows that. And then FaceTime, which is, everyone knows what that is too. And then I have Numbers. I don't ever use that app. And then I have an app called Robinhood, which is a stock app because I was getting interested in that. So I've been going into that app every now and then just to check out the stocks and see what's happening. Then we have my blue folder, which has a lot of apps in it. So let's get started. First thing I have is Twitter. I literally don't use Twitter unless I hear that there is tea going down, and then I go to Twitter to see what it's about. But I would not follow me on there because I'm not active. I'm not at all. But if you want me to be more active, comment down below. Maybe I will be. I don't know. I just don't have anything funny to say. Then I have Amazon. I love Amazon. Amazon has almost everything. It's the best thing ever. Then I have Google Docs, which I use for school and sometimes normal things, but mostly just school. Then I have Shazam, which is a super awesome app. If you don't know what it is, you can basically, if you're out in public or if you hear a song you like, you can tap the Shazam thing and it will play, and then it'll pull up the song that it is, and it'll show you the artist and the song name and all that, which is super neat. And I use that sometimes to figure out what song a YouTuber is using in their videos, because copyright free music for videos is the hardest thing to find right now. Then I have this app that I just discovered a little bit ago, and it's called Leap Second, and I've been using this app to create my 1 second a day video that I'm going to post in 2021. I saw a lot of people upload this video this year, and I was really sad that I missed out on it, so I got the app and I'm making mine right now, but I'm not going to show you guys because you'll get to see that at the end of the year. But that app is super cool and I really like it. Then I have Facetune, which the only thing I use this for is to whiten up backgrounds if I want it to be more white and that kind of stuff. Then the next app is App Store. You get apps from the App Store. Then I have Safari, which I don't really use that much because I use Google a lot more. Then I have the Weather Channel. I used that today because I was wondering if it was actually snowing here, if that was like rain that looked kind of like snow. I just had to make sure it was accurate before I got so excited, and then it just became snow. So then I have Canva, which I don't really use on my phone. I use it a lot more on my computer, and I used Canva to make my channel banner and my new end slate. Well, it's probably not as new by the time you're seeing this video, but if you haven't seen my channel banner, you should look at it. It's kind of cool. Then I have Apple Store, which I'm so confused why there's an App Store and Apple Store. I don't know the difference. I don't think I've ever gone into this app. Then I have Optodrum, which I was using for some exercises after my concussion a long time ago. So I have that. Then I have Files. I never use that. Then I have Amazon Alexa because a few days ago I got an Alexa. She's over there. Hey Alexa, you're awesome.
Thanks. I'm glad I could help.
So I'm excited to make playlist videos and be able to play my music from my Alexa and not my phone. Then I have Snow, which is a cool app for like Instagram stories and stuff like that. You can just, there's so many different filters that you can use to make things look super aesthetically pleasing. There are stickers that you can add and a bunch of stuff. I don't use this app too much, but it's actually kind of cool, so I think I should try it out a little bit more. The next app I have is PixArt, which is a really good app to add stickers to your pictures. I don't really do that as much anymore. I don't know why I still have this app on my phone, but sometimes when I'm really bored I make edits and try to pretend I'm like a cool edit account. But yeah, it's a little hobby of mine. Just kidding. Then I have Google Translate, which I have not used in about a year because I don't take Spanish anymore. Thank goodness. That was not very fun, but that's what I used Google Translate for, even though it wasn't always accurate, but sometimes it helped me out a lot. Then I have Dropbox, which I used to get my presets downloaded from Aspen Ovard, which is what I use for my Instagram most of the time. Then the last app in my blue folder is Mail, which I don't use that at all. Now we're gonna hop into the pink and purple folder. So the first app I have Instagram. I love Instagram so much. If you're not following me on there, you totally should. So when you hop onto Instagram, you could follow me. It's just Lyric Walker, super simple, my name. I always have it linked down below, and I love Instagram so much. I just love posting pictures, editing pictures, Instagram stories. It's so much fun, and DMing you guys, and when you guys comment on my video or on my pictures, it means so much, and I love getting to message you all and get on a more personal level with you. So if you want to DM me, you could follow my Instagram because I try my best to respond to all of your sweet comments and DMs, so thank you so much. And I always respond to my comments on Instagram. Most of the time I'm pretty good at doing that, so you should go check out my Instagram. And yeah, I just love it so much. It's so much fun. Then I have Workout Women, which is an app that is super great actually. It has like a bunch of short workouts that can be really intense or super easy, and they all are really good. They have like cardio, butt, arms, legs, abs, all these different kind of things, and you can choose what level you do, like if you choose a hard one or medium or easy. I've been really liking this app and I would definitely recommend it. The next app I have is podcast. I've been getting into that a lot more. It's just so nice to listen to while driving and stuff like that. Then I have Wix, which is the app that I use to communicate with the girl who owns Glow Fashion. She has a blog and you guys should totally go check it out. I think I have the link to her store in my description, and if it doesn't work you can DM me on Instagram and I'll send it to you because sometimes it like changes. But I have a code you can use for her shirts or any of her merchandise. It's Lyric10, not capitalized, just LYRIC 10, and you get 10% off of anything on her site. And her shirts are so cute. I just got another one from there and I posted some pictures on Instagram with it, so you should go check out her shirts and her blog. She's so sweet and I love her so much. Then I have Box Loca, which is an amazing app. I don't even know if it's on the App Store anymore because I found it through the Blue-Eyed Gal on YouTube, and she's so amazing. I love her so much. But she told me about this app and I got it before. I think it's off of the App Store now, but you can basically watch movies, shows, almost anything, and it's all for free. You can just watch it, which is crazy. I don't know how, but I love this app. Then I have Socratic, which I used some for school, but I don't use much anymore. Then I have iMovie. Don't really use this anymore, but it comes with the phone. Now we're going to head into my colorful folder. So the first app that I have here is Google, because Google is kind of the smartest thing on the planet. Then I have photos. I take so many pictures. I took pictures out in the snow today because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience here in Texas. Then I have Moldiv, which is what I use to put my thumbnail pictures into a collage. So I just hit collage and then I'll choose whatever style I want and I'll adjust the frame. I want it to be the right size for YouTube thumbnail, and then I'll just add in my pictures and save it to my camera roll before I take it to Fonto to add the text. Then I have the best app ever called Reminders. It actually comes on your iPhone, but ever since Apple updated their apps, or at least this app, it has been so nice and I've been using it so much more. So I have different lists here. I have school, YouTube, /Insta, to do, to buy, brands, and pack. I don't really open pack unless I'm going on a trip and it's like the last minute things I have to pack the day of basically. But I've just been using this app so much because it's super helpful with being able to separate your lists and different categories. So I've really been liking Reminders. Then I have Google Drive, which I basically use to turn in a lot of my assignments to my teachers, because we'll upload something to our drive and then send them the link and they will be able to grade it from there. Then I have AdSense because I'm about to get monetized and I'm going to be needing that, so I'm being proactive and I already have it on here, so that's great. Then I have Color Story, which is just an app that has a lot of filters. It is a free app, but you can pay for different filters. They have a few free filters and stuff like that, but I don't really use it that much. Then I have Apple Music, which I don't use that much. I just have a few songs that I bought and I still kind of like, so that's why I keep it. Then I have Google Photos, which I use to back up my photos when I remember to go into the app, because it doesn't really automatically do it. Maybe it does, I don't know. Then we're into my black folder. So the first app I have is Spotify. I love Spotify so much. Let me find my account. If you wanted to follow me on Spotify, it's LyricW2020. I have 3 playlists right now. I really need to update them and look for more music. But yeah, that's my Spotify. I think it's linked down below. I'm not 100% sure. Then I have Lightroom, which I use all the time for my photos. So I edit all of my thumbnails with Lightroom. So basically I scroll to presets and then I hit whatever preset I've saved and then edit the picture from there. So I love Lightroom. Then I have TikTok, which is, everyone knows what that is. It's pretty cool. So yeah, TikTok's pretty awesome. Then I have Brainly, which I use for school when I'm desperately in need for some insight on certain questions that don't make any sense. I use that to help out with some of my homework. Then I have UNUM, which I use for Instagram pictures and kind of getting them laid out and everything so I can see what my feed looks like. I used it more back here when I had an actual feed and my pictures look good together, and now they're kind of just like all over the place. But yeah, that's what I use this app for. Then I have eSound, which is a super cool app. I use this in my playlist videos. I basically take everything from my Spotify playlist and transfer it to eSound, because eSound lets me play the music right away without having to shuffle it. And it's super cool. I think it's still on the App Store. I don't know why they would take it off, because it's a really awesome app. But basically you're able to just play the music right away. Sometimes I have ads, but it's kind of okay with me. Then I have Clock, which I don't use that much unless I have to time something or need to set a random alarm. I use my little alarm clock right there for my alarm in the morning, so that's why I don't use Clock. Then I have Pzapp, I don't know. I use Pzapp when I have to add a PNG on a picture, so like the pictures that are kind of like clear. It's hard to explain, but that's what I use this app for. And then the last app, well, on this page is Call of Duty. My brother convinced me to download this app when we were driving to Virginia for Christmas, and I love this game so much. It does not seem like a game I would play. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I ran out of storage, so I had to delete a few things. But I was talking about Call of Duty, and I really like that app. It doesn't seem like something I would play at all, but I like it and I think it's super fun. Then on the next page I have Wallet. Never ever use voice memos. The only time I use that is when I need to do like a voiceover for a video. Then I have Measure. I do not ever use this app. Then I have Color Tone, which is another. I have so many apps for filters and editing photos that I don't use that much, but I would highly recommend this one if you don't want to pay. Now my battery's flashing. This is fantastic. I'm going to try to go fast. So Color Tone is a super cool app that you could get, and it has a lot of different filters. I don't know if I really want to show you guys because my battery's getting low, but basically it just has a few free ones that are actually really good, and I really like that app. I don't really use it, but it's a really good app. Then I have Bible because it's the best book in the whole entire planet, and I read it every single day. Okay, the last bubble I have is like my white and black bubble, mostly white. I need to move this app. That's kind of bothering me. It doesn't really work with the theme. Okay, so another app that is in the black folder is Storylux. It has so many good story templates, and I'm obsessed with the film ones. At the bottom you can choose like what kind. The ones with the lock at the top you have to pay for, but it has so many different options and I love this. A lot of people use it for their Instagram stories if you haven't noticed. Now we're moving, sorry, I can't stand my home screen not being how it's supposed to be. Okay, there we go. Now we're moving on to the white section, the last section on my phone. And the first app I have is VSCO. I have a VSCO account. It's Lyric W Walker. So there's two W's in a row because Lyric Walker was taken. So that's what I did. But as you can see at the top, I have some cute little discos of the snow today because it's the prettiest thing ever. And yeah, this is what my VSCO looks like. I sometimes edit my pictures on VSCO, and I'm thinking about switching over to using VSCO more than Lightroom, but like I'm not sure yet. And yeah, these are some of my VSCO pictures. I think that's linked down below as well, not totally sure. But the next app I have is Unfold, which is another great app for Instagram stories. A lot of people use this one as well. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just add a story, blah blah blah, and then create your story, and you can add. They have lots of different templates, and some of them aren't free, but they're really pretty, and some of them I would highly recommend purchasing because they're really good if you do Instagram story a lot. Then I have Story Art, which is another story app. It has a lot of different options. This app is really, really good because there's like different styles for literally anyone who has a style. I guess there's just so many good options on there. Then I have camera, which is what I use to take an excessive amount of selfies, which is not good for my mental health because none of them ever turn out looking good. But yeah, that's what that app's there for. Then I have stories edit. I don't even know if I need to go in this app because it's another story app. But this is a story I made a really long time ago, and it's super aesthetically pleasing to look at, but that's a little example of what that app can do. Then I have contacts, and we know what that is. Calculator. 5 plus 5 is 10, people. Then I have camera Canon Connect, which is what I use to connect this camera to my phone and transfer photos onto here so I can edit them for my thumbnails or edit them for Instagram. Then on the next page, I have this app called Presetters, which I do not use, but I would highly recommend if you guys have Lightroom Mobile, which is a free app. You can use Presetters to download presets and transfer them directly to Lightroom, which is amazing. And all of the presets, well, all of them aren't free, I don't think, but they have a lot of good ones that are for free. Then the last app in this section is Settings. Well, you set everything for your phone. So that's the last app on my phone. Okay guys, so that is everything on my phone, and I forgot to talk about my case, which is super important and totally off-brand for me, but I got this case for Christmas, and it's from Casetify. It's part of their Impact collection, which is amazing because it's so protective, but it's slim, which I love. It's not super thick and it's not super thin, and I'm obsessed with the side, like the ombre, the pink to the blue. I think the camera's focusing on my face, but I think you can see it. And then I got my initials LW in this light pink, and I'm just super obsessed with this case. I would buy so many of their cases if they weren't literally $40, but yeah, I really like this case. It's my favorite one, and I've worn it ever since Christmas, and I haven't taken it off, which is pretty good for me because I get in phases where I just keep changing my phone case over and over. It's just what I do, people. That's me. So, moral of the story, I really like this case, and if you can get it and have that money to get it, then you totally should and try it out because they're super awesome and really protective. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you got a good little inside scoop of what's in my phone and got some good ideas for apps you can download, especially for Instagram stories, because clearly I have a lot of those on my phone and I never use them, but they're good apps. I should just be more active on my Instagram stories. So you should follow me on Instagram for some more activeness on my stories. That'd be kind of cool. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that it snowed. I already said that a billion times. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.